Are you ready? You think you can tell us what to do? You think you can tell us what to wear? You think that you're better? Well, you better get ready. Bow to the masters. Break it down!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome to the All-Star Wrestling Podcast with the latest WWE news and rumors that is going on. And today in WWE, boy, do we got a lot of ground to cover. I am your host, the boss, Chase Carter. Thanks to all of y'all for tuning in live here. We got a lot of ground to cover up, to go on here, and I don't want to waste any time. I want to get right into it today. But we got a lot of stuff going on with Brock Lesnar. Looked like he failed, possibly here, just rumors we're hearing, possibly flagged for doping violation here. It says, could Brock Lesnar versus Randy Orton match at SummerSlam be canceled in jeopardy here after what's been reported online about Brock Lesnar? It looks like that match could be postponed or canceled. I don't know what's going to happen here. But that's the latest news we're hearing, that Brock Lesnar possibly failed a wellness policy, a drug test there with the UFC. There are going to be more details throughout this broadcast probably about Brock Lesnar, so we're going to keep you posted on that. And then we got some more interesting current names, rumors here, that looks like WWE is going to be interested in TNA here, possible names that they would like to bring to WWE. And of course, there are names like Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, Kurt Angle. Them are just a few of the names that they're interested in. But there's latest rumor of Finn Balor being drafted to SmackDown when SmackDown goes live on Tuesday nights. It says there's rumors of Seth Rollins turning face, since Mr. McMahon is already considering someone else in his role for Roman Reigns, since Mr. McMahon is low on Roman Reigns right now after his suspension. And what do y'all think of that? That's the latest we got there. Then we got some major backstage news for SmackDown Live and Raw for the WWE Draft, which is a WWE brand split coming up. And this is looks like leaked information that we got. The latest details here of the WWE Raw plans have been leaked for Raw and SmackDown, and these are the latest we got here. And it looks like Raw and SmackDown will be a absolutely must-see TV for you, the fans, you, the viewers, to tune in, is what this report is saying. And it says there were reports that Raw's script was not rewritten. Surprisingly, wow, can y'all believe that? Whenever they're making this brand split happen, they have not rewrote Raw's script. And it says there's been replacements were just reshuffled. So they've just reshuffled some things here. But so far, Raw is already been planned. And it says, well, there's been many Raw and SmackDown moves have been made. But however, it says neither roster has been finalized yet. Wow, can y'all believe that? Neither roster has been finalized. This is the rumor we're hearing here. And if WWE doesn't know, then how in the hell are we supposed to know? We sure as hell ain't going to know what's going to happen here. It says that makes an uncertainty on how they plan for a second championship belt for SmackDown Championship, which is the World Heavyweight Championship match, a championship belt that they've for SmackDown. And that does leave a lot of questions right now, especially with WWE not knowing the full roster, who's going where yet. And this is the report we got, pretty lengthy report we got on Brock Lesnar, possibly failing his drug test. And it says the WWE Brock Lesnar has been fined $1.25 million to $1.80 million, depending on this. If he does fail this drug test, it does come out to be true. But this is just a report we're hearing. None of this is true at the moment. We're just finding out information. There's a lot of stuff going on in WWE and, of course, now UFC here. It says Lesnar gave the following short statement for the Association Press. Well, he says, we'll get to the bottom of this. He says the Beast was tested for several times, including 3 times in June by the USADA policy. It says WWE has already commented, and Hunt wants part of Lesnar's $2.5 million process here of his money here from the UFC 200, and he is threatening to leave UFC here. As of now, Lesnar is still set to face Randy Orton at SummerSlam in August. Wow, that's a lot to digest at one time there. Like I said, we got a lot of ground to cover in this report, but there's more here we got. It says a rumor of something else here now. It says WWE splitting up possible tag teams during when the WWE draft happens. It says the upcoming WWE draft is a game changer for many reasons. Obviously, it's a complete reorganization of WWE roster, but it is a lot more than that many people look at the brand split. There's a lot of last changes here, a lot of unpredictability here. It says for many WWE superstars to hit the rest button. It says, for example, if someone was stuck in a tag team, then being broken up from their partner, it said it could be a blessing in disguise. According to a report from RingsideNews.com, it says WWE is planning to split up quite a few tag teams during this draft. And it says the only team that has been heavily rumored to be splitting up is the New Day. And they have been rumbling of the WWE splitting up Enzo and Big Cass, of all things. But the powers to be have known there is a lot of money to be with them together. It says for the rest of the roster, your guess is good as anyone else. It says, however, Golden Truth could probably be splitting up as well. Maybe someone from the White family could be also splitting up as well. And wow, that's just a lot to take in at one time here, but that's what we're hearing. It says there is a ton of possibilities. Yes, there is a ton of possibility. Anything can happen in WWE right now, and especially with WWE not knowing who's all going to wear what roster right now, that is definitely not a good thing. I mean, they got to be on their head game here. But it says on the bright side is WWE will be bringing teams like the American Alpha, the Rival, and the others in the next year or so. There is a lot of talent and current single stars that could also be coming together to form a team. It says, what teams do you think will be split up during this WWE draft? What teams do y'all think will be split up come this WWE draft? Wow. I just hope it's just not the Enzo and Big Cass for me, because I'm a huge fan of them. And like I do agree with this report here. I think there's a lot of money to be made with Enzo and Cass as a tag team. But I'm very excited about the possibilities of all these NXT talents coming to the main roster. This is really going to make things interesting. But we also got something else we want to talk to you about. Sasha Banks is going to have this match coming up at Battleground. She's going to have to pick her mystery partner, my bad. And she's going to be going up against Charlotte. and Dana Brooke in this tag team match at Battleground, and she's going to have to pick her mystery partner, and right now we don't know who it is. But these are the 5 superstars that we have been rumored that it could possibly be one of these 5 that I'm going to mention here. And the names are, number 5, Nia Jax, which is rumored to be coming to the main roster very soon here. Then we got Nikki Bella, which we heard Nikki Bella possibly returning soon. Then we have number 3, Asuka, which I don't think there's really no chance Asuka is going to be at Battleground, because right now she's the current champion in NXT for the women's there. And then we got Paige, which I think is a very strong possibility here. Then the number 1 pick for this match at Battleground for Sasha Banks, I'm really excited about this one. Number 1, Bayley, which looks like she possibly could be appearing at Battleground. Wow, that is huge. And then we want to send out a happy birthday wish right now to Bobby Lashley, who's turned 40 years old today. He was born in 1976 on this day, July the 16th. So happy birthday to Bobby Lashley. And like I said, it looks like Bobby Lashley wants a match with Brock Lesnar. I'm not sure if this match is still going to be happening after what's going on with Brock Lesnar right now. But anyway, we're going to see what happens with that. Then there's possible news of Roman Reigns' creative direction change when he returns. It says there possibly could be a heel or still stay face. It says the new character could have a new theme song. He said there could be some tweaks and could be an overhaul to his character. It says more details as it comes known and available here. So, wow. When Roman Reigns returns, he could be turning heel. We'll just have to wait and see what happens with that. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to be happening in WWE. We're not really going to know what's going to happen until it happens, actually. But here are something else that I'm really excited about this. This is something really exciting to tell you all about. It says WWE Draft Center Show, which is going to be having their own pre-show when SmackDown goes live on Tuesday nights. And here is the full rundown report. It says there's a preview for the Draft WWE Center live show. It says several new programs will be airing on the WWE Network next week, and here are the details. It says before SmackDown goes live on USA Network on Tuesdays, it says WWE will be airing a SmackDown pre-show, and the hostess will be Renee Young, and the WWE Superstar panelists give their insight and cover the events leading up to WWE SmackDown Live. Also on Tuesday, it says WWE will be airing a Draft Center live show during SmackDown. Get inside the WWE Draft like never before with the revolutionary telecast of the exclusive of the WWE Network. Wow, this is huge, guys. It says WWE Draft Center will air live on the WWE Network next Tuesday. Holy cow, this is unbelievable, guys. What do y'all think of that? That is unbelievable. That's going to be happening. Looks like this week when SmackDown goes live. And then it looks like there's going to also be another pre-show next week. And I've also heard there's going to be a one before and one after. I'm not for sure how this is all going to work out just yet, but this is what I'm hearing. But we'll just have to wait and see how this goes. Like I said, when more comes available, we're going to be letting you know. Then we got the NXT live event results that I want to kind of go over with you with. Is from 7/15 here, 2016 naturally. No Way Jose is pinned Hugo Knox with a leg drop. And it says Angelo Dawkins pinned Manny. Looks like he defeated him there. And then it says with a Sky High Dawkins. And then after the match, looked like he hugged his family, Dawkins did. And then Bayley pinned Bayley Kay with a belly-to-belly suplex, and Finn Balor pinned Bobby Roode with his coup de grace. And like I said, Bobby Roode now in NXT now, guys. Well, what's going on here? I mean, could we see him coming toward the main roster soon? And he's one of the names that's being rumored to premiere at WWE Pay-Per-View Battleground. Then we got Hideo Itami that's pinned Wesley Blake with a Shining Wizard. Great to see Hideo Itami back. Welcome back, Hideo Itami. He's been injured for so long that we can't even remember. It's been such over a year or so, hasn't it, guys? And he's doing live events right now. We haven't seen him currently on NXT right now. And then we got WWE Women's Champion Asuka. She defeated Alexa Bliss with the Asuka Lock. Shinsuke Nakamura here. And the American Alpha defeated WWE NXT Champion Samoa Joe and the WWE NXT Tag Team Champions, The Rival. Also noted here, Mick Foley was in attendance. Wow. That's interesting stuff there. Then we got some more stuff here to go over. We got lots of stuff to go over. Man, we got a lot. This podcast is loaded with lots of WWE news and rumors. It says, it looks like we got plans for Bobby Roode for his first NXT feud. It says, as noted as earlier, then Bobby Roode officially has debuted in NXT, just like I just got through telling y'all. It says programming after a lot of teasing from this past week of NXT and toppling the plans is Bobby Roode is to be heel for this for the promotion, and his target one of the NXT newest wrestlers looks like it's going to be Argea. Looks like from one of the newest guys from NXT who I don't know too much about yet, but we're going to see what happens with that. But Andrea, I think that's how you pronounce his name. Anyway, it says they are expected to have a match at NXT's TakeOver Brooklyn, which that'll be interesting. We got rumors of 5 WWE superstars that could be released. And here are the names of the latest rumors who we think who possibly could be released. One of the names are Rosa Mendez, which y'all may all know. Rosa Mendez has recently had a baby. Congratulations to Rosa Mendez for having a baby, by the way. And, you know, with her having that baby, you know, she's not going to be able to compete. So WWE might release her now. Now, here's another name that really shocked me. Is the other name we got here is Alberto Del Rio. And wow, I just cannot believe this one because they just recently got him back. So I'm really having a hard time digesting that one. And then this is really going to be really a tough one pill to swallow here. But another name that's been mentioned here is Tyson Kidd. And unfortunately, you know, Tyson Kidd, he can't compete. His contract's due to end anytime soon here. And which you can't compete, WWE is going to have no choice but to, you know, release you of your contract, which means you no longer be with WWE, which is really sad. You know, when you have a neck injury, it's going to be really tough, you know, to come back from. And then another name that surprises me right here is Tamina Snuka, a lady who I think who has a lot of potential to really go far. And this is one of the names that are being rumored to release here. And another name that's going to really surprise us here is Ryback, a guy who I really think could really go really far in WWE. These are just rumors, though. Keep in mind, folks, these are just rumors. And then we got Johnny Gargano possibly injured during a Cruiserweight Classic tournament this past week. It says during a match with Ciampa, he appeared to be suffering some kind of leg injury. Wow. And like I said, guys, I don't know how many times I keep saying this, but people keep saying, you know, WWE's fake, then why do superstars keep getting injured if wrestling's fake? So that's the point I keep addressing over and over. Then we got more WWE live event results from Bridgeport, Connecticut. This is from 7/15. And it says the Usos defeated Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. We got Apollo Crews that defeated Sheamus. We got Becky Lynch that defeated Natalya. WWE Tag Team Championship. The New Day defeated the Wyatt family. We got Zack Ryder and Mark Henry. They beat Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. Then we got Alberto Del Rio. He defeated Jack Swagger. We got WWE Champion Dean Ambrose defeated Seth Rollins and AJ Styles. And that is all of the live event results there. And we got more stuff to talk to you about. We're not done yet. It says we got John Cena may not be, looks like, the main event guy whenever SmackDown goes live for the draft. It says John Cena looks to be working a part-time deal now. It says during the things out, he's doing things outside the WWE now. It says the rumors are that John Cena could be, replaced here, going to Raw. That's what we're hearing. Could be going to Raw. And then Roman Reigns could be going to SmackDown. Now, before I told y'all that it could be Roman Reigns going to Raw, John Cena going to SmackDown. But now that Mr. McMahon is no longer high on Roman Reigns, maybe he decided to kick Roman Reigns to SmackDown and keep John Cena on Raw. Wow, this is interesting stuff here. Then we got rumors of Daniel Bryan. Yes, Daniel Bryan being Shane McMahon's SmackDown general manager whenever SmackDown goes live on Tuesday nights. Wow. Then for Raw, for Stephanie McMahon, who is in charge of Raw, she's the CEO of Raw, the general manager name is none other than Stone Cold Steve Austin. And, of course, there's other names that's been mentioned in here. We got Mick Foley and Edge, who have also been GMs before. But who could be the general manager for Raw and SmackDown once this brand split happens, guys? Who do y'all think it's going to be? Then we got some more rumors here of Dean Ambrose losing the WWE Championship either at Raw against Seth Rollins this coming week, which we know is going to be Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins for the WWE Championship. And then, or it could be happening at Battleground between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. And Dean Ambrose, of course. And then, who would be the new champion? Looks like, Mr. McMahon is very low on Roman Reigns being WWE champion. So bidding odds could be maybe Seth Rollins come Battleground, but we'll just have to wait and see with that. Then, we got Paul Heyman saying The Undertaker was originally planned to beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 30. It says, but Brock Lesnar beated him so badly, he just beat him down so badly that he couldn't kick out anymore. So that's what Paul Heyman's saying in this report here. But who knows? I mean, and then we got rumors of Roman Reigns leaving. Yes, you heard right. Leaving WWE with, with the suspension going on. Roman Reigns possibly could be walking out of WWE like Stone Cold did in 2002. That he did in the past, And this report, Dave Meltzer has reported that Roman Reigns is still serious in hot water with Mr. McMahon. It says Meltzer says that Mr. McMahon was upset that Reigns failed the drug test after he gave him the ball to run in WWE. He made Roman Reigns the main guy in WWE, and he's just upset with him right now. And I understand Mr. McMahon does have a right to be upset because, he's trying to keep a good reputation here. And, when someone fails their drug test, that makes the company look bad, especially with Roman Reigns being the main guy. So I do see both sides of the story here. Of course, I'm a Roman Reigns fan myself, but I do see Mr. McMahon's side as well. But now we got some more stuff to talk to you about. WWE pay-per-view Battleground is coming up, which is going to be on July the 24th. And we're just going to go over the matches that have we already know that's going to be happening. And we're going to go over some matches that are just been recently announced. So here are some more matches here. Of course, we already know that it's going to be Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Dean Ambrose in a triple threat for the WWE Championship. That match we already know is going to be happening. Here's another new match that's been recently added. We got for the WWE Intercontinental Title Championship match. We got Darren Young with Bob Backlund. Yes, Bob Backlund is now back in WWE, a legend, WWE legend, Hall of Famer. And it's going to be going up against The Miz with Maurice. And of course, like I said, it's going to be for the Intercontinental Championship. And do y'all think Darren Young's going to be able to beat The Miz come Battleground for this Intercontinental Championship? I think this would be huge for Darren Young. Then we got WWE Championship title match. We got Zack Ryder versus Rusev with Lana, which I think Rusev is probably going to win this one, no problem. But you never know. I mean, it just depends on what WWE's planning on doing. We'll just have to wait and see. Then we got John Cena, Enzo, and Big Cass versus the Club, which I just kind of got that feeling that it's going to probably be John Cena's chance to win now, to build up something for SummerSlam between John Cena and AJ Styles for the round 3 match. Then we got Sasha Banks and a mystery partner. We don't know who it's going to be, and I just mentioned 5 names that possibly could be her partner. And who do y'all think is going to be? Who could be our mystery partner? We're going to find out. Versus Dana Brooke and the WWE Women's Champion Charlotte. Like I said, that's a new match that's been added to WWE Pay-Per-View Battleground here. And then we got Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens, which that match has already been on the card a long time ago. Becky Lynch versus Natalya. And then we got the Wyatt family versus the New Day. Then we also got this other thing that they just recently added, the highlight reel with Chris Jericho. And guess who's returning? Yes, the Viper Randy Orton is going to be his guest on a highlight reel with Chris Jericho. Wow, that's going to be great. Then we still got more stuff to go. We are just not done yet. We still got more going on here. It says we got rumors of Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns turning heel either at Battleground or SummerSlam. And this could both be turning heel together as a tag team. Could, let's see, because they're supposed to be brothers, former brothers of the Shield here. And, Seth Rollins could be turning face because Mr. McMahon is no longer, high on Roman Reigns. He's real sour on Roman Reigns right now. Then we got rumor of Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for SummerSlam. And is it expected to be for the WWE Championship, which is they no longer call it the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, because SmackDown is now going live on Tuesday, which we're going to have the brand split coming up, which is going to all start this coming up next Tuesday, July the 19th. Mark your calendars, everyone. Very excited. Can't wait. We're almost done. We got a little bit more to talk to you about. And we got rumors of Bayley, debuting the main roster. That's the rumors we're hearing. And the rumors are it could be Battleground. And, of course, we got Nia Jax suspected to make a main roster during the WWE Draft. We got rumors of Finn Balor. Yes, Finn Balor, coming to the main roster. I just mentioned that to y'all. Then we got something else here that's really caught my eye I want to tell y'all about. We got WWE mid-card shows like the WWE Main Event and WWE Superstars will now be changing when the brand split happens. It says WWE Superstars will be aligned with Raw and Main Event will be aligned with SmackDown. This means Superstars and Main Event will have their own separate rosters. Wow, that is going back to the way it used to be, which I'm excited about this. Actually, this is going to be great because we're no longer going to be mixing and matching. So this could really get interesting if it's done right. And one thing I want to add to this, it's not nothing I've really come across, but I've heard talks about it. Possibly should they add mid-card championships like a cruiserweight championship, a television championship to to these little mid-card shows to make these mid-card shows must-see TV. I think they should. I think they absolutely need to. They need to do something. If they want to, go all out, they want to bring back this draft, this brand split. They're trying to make it an epic, one-of-a-kind deal. They need to go all out and make these mid-card shows worth watching. Then the last thing I want to tell you about is Big Show has issued a challenge to Shaquille O'Neal at this. I guess apparently it must have happened at the award show that happened at the ESPYs, which of course was hosted by John Cena. And Shaquille O'Neal has accepted the WrestleMania challenge from the Big Show. Wow! So this means come WrestleMania 33, we could be seeing two the greatest, biggest guys going at it. Wow, Shaquille O'Neal and Big Show. Who do y'all think could win? Who do y'all think? I think it's going to be Shaquille O'Neal. Because you got Big Show possibly. His career's up in the air right now. How much longer he's got. Could be retiring anytime soon. We just don't know. And that is all of the very latest WWE news and rumors that I've got for you right now. Like I said, guys, there's going to be so much more coming in. And they come in by the minute, by the hour, by the second. I mean, we're going to have more. And I've loaded this, compacted this all into one podcast for you. And I know that's probably going to be a lot for y'all to digest. But like I said, if you missed anything of what the report I've just said, you can always go back and watch it from the beginning and go over some of the stuff I've already said. We also want to tell you about some exciting news coming soon to this podcast. We're actually going to be setting this up possibly tomorrow with an interview with some indie wrestlers coming to my podcast, and I'm going to be interviewing them. And from what I'm hearing, so far I'm doing pretty good. Looks like we may be getting quite a few guests coming to this podcast, so there's going to be a lot. And actually, one of the guys I've talked to, he says he's going to be helping me get even more. So, guys, if you like interviews from the indie promotion wrestlers, guess what? You're going to be in for a treat because we're going to be interviewing some of the greatest, amazing talents that you probably never get to hear about. And because of my podcast here, and because of these great superstars that are willing to share their story here on my podcast, for you the viewers, for you the fans, it's going to be absolutely awesome. I just cannot wait. I'm really excited about this, and I really hope everything goes according to plan with all these superstars that have already told me that they would like to come to the podcast, like to be interviewed. We're going to see what happens with it. I'm very excited about it. I'm just thrilled. I'm really beside myself. So it's going to be a lot of fun. The only thing I've asked for y'all guys, if y'all will just take your time out of your busy days of your life. I know everybody's busy. Everybody's got things going on in their life. But if you would just take the time to sign up. It's free to sign up to this podcast here. Make you a profile. And all you got to do is hit the follow button. Follow this podcast. Like and share it, guys. And it's real easy to follow my podcast channel here. And, all you got to do is click on the title of this podcast, which is All-Star Wrestling Podcast. Click on that title and then hit the follow button. And that way you'll be updated on whatever's going on in WWE. And like I said, I'm really excited about interviewing these possible indie promotion wrestlers that are going to be coming here. Who knows what kind of story they're going to share. So, like I said, you guys are going to be wanting to have to tune in. It's going to be a must-see, listening-in podcast here for you. Because we are fisting to change this podcast channel to a new level. We're fisting to take it to a new era. It's going to be like a new era here on my podcast channel. And we're going to go to limits that we probably never went before. So I'm very pleased and very humbled and very thrilled about this opportunity. So guys, like I said, lots of stuff going here on my podcast. Also, lots of stuff going on in WWE. This is going to get interesting here on my podcast channel and interesting in WWE because who knows what can happen in this brand split draft. We don't know who's all coming. And But the reports we're hearing, Finn Balor, Nia Jax, they could be coming in to the main roster shows here. But we've heard 10 superstars, NXT superstars, could be coming in. So, to the main roster. So we're just going to have to wait and see what happens here. But like I said, anything is possible in WWE. Anything's possible, guys. And like I said, with WWE not really sure on their rosters or on their picks on who's going to be going where, this is leaving a lot of unpredictability right now. And I think a lot of us have got to be, scratching our heads and wondering what's going to happen here. Like I said, this is going to be must-see TV, guys. With Stephanie running in charge of Raw, she's the CEO of Raw. Shane O'Mac's in charge, the CEO of SmackDown. Wow, guys, this is going to be must-see TV. And like I said, guys, be sure to follow my podcast for more. Like and share this live video podcast here, my bad, all over Facebook and Twitter. And like I said, we'll be keeping you posted as more stuff comes on and goes on throughout the day. We're going to be doing another one here very soon to keep you up to date on the news and rumors. So anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this edition. I want to thank each and every one of y'all for tuning in. Like I said, we'll probably be going live tomorrow, again, with a special indie promotion roster. We're just going to have to wait and see if that's still going to be happening. If it does, I will definitely going to be letting y'all know about it more. Thank you so much for tuning in. And to close out my podcast, I always like to close it out with a song. We're going to play a song from the Jonas Brothers. It's called Pom Poms. And I really love this song. It really gets you excited, gets you pumped up. Because there's a lot of stuff to be excited in WWE and a lot of stuff to be excited here on my podcast. So why not close it out with a bang? Let's play something that's going to get you feel like in the mood to dance. Because that's what I feel like doing right now. I feel like dancing because I am in a good mood and I'm happy that everything is going on in WWE and everything is going on my podcast here. So close it out with this song from the Jonas Brothers, Pom Poms. Here we go.
Every time you come around.